Today we're doing a product review on the X-1 tree stand from X-Stand. I've got the stand here on my back, and of course I got my safety harness on because we're going to be doing a little bit of climbing. But this is really a stand unlike any of the others that I've ever used or ever tried out. We're going to show you some of the features of this today. We're going to show you some of the unique features of this, and we're going to show you why this is different than some of the other tree stands that you're going to see on the market. So we're going to get this thing strapped on the tree here, and we're going to show you some of the features and show you exactly how this thing operates and why I like it so much. Okay, before I strap this to the tree here, I want to show you my favorite feature of this tree stand, and that's how lightweight this is. This thing actually weighs less than 12 pounds with its current configuration, which is without the shooting rail. The shooting rail sure and don't add a whole lot, but for me, being a bow hunter, I probably won't ever have that shooting rail on here. So weighs less than 12 pounds just like this, and that is awesome for guys like me. I'm doing a lot of hunting on public land, and for backpacking in and backpacking in a long ways, carrying a lot of camera gear and stuff like that. It's really, really nice to have a lightweight tree stand. The other thing is it comes with these nice shoulder straps here. These are going to turn into your tether straps a little bit later on when we're climbing. But it's nice to have built-in shoulder straps there as well. One of the things I always look at and I'm very, very critical about when it comes to tree stands is the welds. And for you guys who don't know, I'm a welder, I'm a weld instructor, and I'm a weld inspector. So I'm very, very critical about welds when it comes to these tree stands. I've even made it a point to call some of these tree stands and tell them they need to improve their quality because the welds are pretty bad. But that's not the case with this X1. The welds on this is all aluminum, and it looks like it's been TIG welded, and all the welds that I've found on this thing are very, very good. So you guys over there that are doing the welding for these X stands, you guys are doing a good job. These definitely meet my standard and would definitely be definitely something I would pass and let go out of my shop. So I found one weld right here that didn't get quite wrapped around, didn't connect with this weld coming up the side here. But other than that, these welds look fantastic and looks like a very well built, very good durable tree stand. So let's get it strapped to the tree now, and we'll show you some other features of this thing. Alright, so one of the things I like the most about this X stand is the way that the cable actually hooks to the tree stand here. It has this locking system. All you have to do is turn this thing a few times, pull it up, and it slides right out. Now you're ready to go hook this to your tree stand. Also has these flex arms in the back that we're going to show you in just a minute, but that's all it takes right there is just twist that and pull it, and you're ready to go. So no pins to lose in the dark, no pins to make a lot of noise. So like we said, you pull that back through here, wrap this thing around the tree, slide it right back through the flex arms there, and set it to your appropriate height. For you guys who've never used a climber, we'll put out a video before too long on how to use climbers. But set that with a slight upward angle, pull your pin, slide it right back down, twist it right back into place. Now you can see that's flat like that. I'm going to have to raise it up to the next level. So like I said, you guys who don't know how to use climbers, we're going to make a video on how to use a climber, actually on how to the finer points of how to use one. We're actually probably going to use this tree stand in that video. Just like that, lock her back down in. You got a decent upward angle. Now I'm not climbing too far with this one today, so I'm not too worried about it as far as that goes. So there's my bottom one, and we're going to strap the top one on there, and then we're going to show you how to climb with this thing. Okay, so now that we've got our top in there in place, what were our backpack straps just simply slide right around and clip right into the same clips that they were hooked into, just like that. Now you want to extend these out as far as you possibly can. So what these are going to do is these are now tether straps. They're going to keep, if you happen to slip and your bottom slips and wants to fall, they're going to keep that from falling all the way off the tree. And I really like the way these tether straps are put together, because one, I like the way they double as a backpacking strap, and two, my other stand, actually the tether strap was from here to here, and whenever I'd be climbing, I'd raise my bottom up and I'd get it stuck on the excess, and then I wouldn't be able to raise my top, and I'd have to lower my bottom and try to pull it out of there. So these are nice and out of the way, and I really like that. And actually on that stand, I actually ended up cutting them off, because it was just such a hindrance that I ended up cutting it off. So when you do that, you take a big risk that if your bottom would slip off your feet, off your boots, your bottom's going to fall, and you're going to be sitting there hanging with just the top to try to get yourself down, and that's not a fun situation to be in. So we got those extended all the way out, and I got my safety harness on here. We'll strap that up here in just a second when we get to doing some actual climbing. But we'll show you the bottom part here. It's got a nice wide platform on it. We'll show you some of the specs on that here in a few minutes. So let's get the top out of the way just for now. One of the things I like about the bottom is I don't have to try to strap my feet in. There's no bungee cords or anything like that. All I got to do is put my feet right in here into this specially made restraint, and all I got to do is spread my toes, and it's right there, it's in place, and I'm ready to actually climb. So no strapping my boots in, no making a bunch of big adjustments or anything like that to try to put my big winter boots in there or anything like that. So now that I got my bottom in there, all I got to do, like I said, spread my toes and climb. So just like that. So I'm going to strap my safety strap on here, and we're going to actually start climbing up this tree. Okay, so this climber is not a sit-down climber. You can tell that with this model, obviously, because it doesn't have nothing to sit down on. But if you have the one with the shooting rail around it, you do not want to sit down on that. This is actually a hand climber. It's got these nice straps right here under the seat. You just grab a hold of that, sink this thing in, set your elbows down, make sure your feet are spread out, and slide that right up. And there you go. So that's how it actually operates. Now I want to talk to you real quick about these fiberglass straps here. These are specifically made to help you climb, and a lot of you guys who use climbers, you know when you got these straps that are straight up against a tree that they're sometimes hard to get around. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's actually a big old knot right here on this side of the tree. With my old climber, that would have really caused me some problems. So, and I do have my safety harness on. Anytime you get off the ground, get you a safety harness on, even though I'm a few feet off the ground. But what these do, as you can see here, when I press down on it, they actually flex in toward the tree. And when I sit on this thing, they're really, really tight. That thing really locks in and really sinks that strap right up against the tree. And a nice thing about it too is when I lift up on it, see how they pull that cable away from the tree? So with my knot, that knot is right here. There's no cable to hit it. That easy, I'm over that knot. That easy, I'm back underneath it. So they flex in when they've got weight on them to keep your strap tight up against the tree, and when they relax, they pull the cable out away from the tree to allow you ease of climbing. So I really like that. There's been a lot of these climbing stands I've used in the past that are really, really a pain in the butt to try to get over knots like that, and they're really a pain in the butt to try to get to slide sometimes. This one always slides really easy. And another nice thing about that, about the foot deal down here is, I don't have it popped up right now, but I can slide in and out of that thing real easy without having to try to get down there and strap my boots in and stuff like that. So getting up and getting down on this thing is extremely easy. Once you get it up, you get to your desired height, all you gotta do is pull these things and lock that thing in. You can see how it pulls down on it and actually locks that cable into the tree. Okay, so you can see now that I got them tight, you can see that it's actually, with no weight on this, it's actually pulling that flex arm in, and it's actually pulling that tight up against the tree. So when I'm sitting down on it, it's going to be nice and solid. And when I stand up to take my shot, it's still going to be nice and solid. It's not going to fall down, it's not going to hit my bottom platform and make a bunch of noise. So I really like that as well. The seat on this thing is nice and thick, really comfortable, and the platform has got a really generous sized platform on it as well. We'll give you a little bit further detail on that here in just a few minutes, but really nice platform on it, good grip tape on there, and really just a good stand overall. I don't like for bow hunting, I don't like the arms around this thing, the shooting platform. It's got a good open front. If I need to pull my bow back, I can do that very easily without hitting anything. If I'm shooting with my recurve, I can shoot that recurve out of this thing, absolutely no problem. So that's some of the features of this thing. Now we're going to get down and show you how easy this thing goes down. Once again, all you gotta do is slide your boots in there, take your safety belt and work that down the tree, tighten that thing back up. Now, loosen your tether belts up all the way. Much of that slack out of there as you can. And I did actually kind of run over one of my tether belts and get it strapped up in there. On this opposite side, so it did kind of get in the way. So raise that thing up, seat your top end good, and then lower your bottom. just like that. I took a little bit too big of a step. But you can see that knot's right there, and it simply went right around that knot, no problem at all. So because of those flex arms on there, it goes up and it goes down very, very easily. You simply keep your weight on your arms and your elbows, and just like that, drop down. I took a really big step there. That's what you want to avoid going down, is taking too big of a step down. So just like that, and I'm back down at the bottom of the tree. Okay, so I got the bottom of the X stand up here just to show you these flex arms. You can see with no weight on them how they pull the cable away from your tree, and then when you push your weight on them how they flex in to allow the cable to grab the tree a little more firmly. So no weight with my weight on them. This stand is weight rated for 300 pounds, and those flex guards, you can actually use this without the flex guards. So the flex guards aren't actually holding your weight. The owner of the company, Tony Overblock, actually made a video explaining that and did a really good job of it. So these flex guards are not, it doesn't gonna matter whether you weigh 150 pounds or if you weigh 300 pounds. These flex guards do not determine how much weight this will support. So you can watch Tony's video on their website, or you can watch it on YouTube, and he'll explain that to you a little bit better. So that's the flex arms and how they work. Once again, this tree stand weighs under 12 pounds with my current configuration without the shooting rail. It's got a big 31 by 21 platform, so it's got a nice big platform on here with some nice grip tape. Good quality welding on this thing. The quick detached cables are a really nice feature as well, and I really like the simplicity and how easy this thing is to use. Okay, so this is the X-1 from X-Stands Tree Stands. Like I said, it's a nice lightweight portable tree stand. Love the flex arm technology, makes it where it's very, very easy to climb, and just a really comfortable tree stand as well with that nice thick padded seat on there. So it's lightweight, easy to use, comfortable. I mean, it's everything you can ask out of a tree stand, out of a climbing stand, and it really is just above and beyond what my old climber used to be. This is a very, very good upgrade, and one that I think most people, if they give it a shot, are going to be happy with. That flex arm technology is revolutionary. It's something you won't see in another tree stand. And I really think it makes climbing very, very easy, especially with these trees like this with this big knot on there. Getting around that big knot was very, very simple. So you can check this out at xstands.com for more information, pricing, and how to order this thing. And like I said, it definitely gets the Ike's Outdoors seal of approval. This thing is a very nice tree stand, and one that I think I'll be enjoying quite a bit out in the woods this year. So for more information on that, check out xstands.com. For more videos, product reviews, how-to videos, we're going to do a video with this, showing you how to use a climbing stand, some of the finer points of using a climbing stand. You can check us out at ikesoutdoors.com. Appreciate you guys watching.